Hi everybody, welcome to another Sunday morning hobby collab, hobby stream here. Riveting stuff. We're going to kick it straight to Meg. She's going to let us know what it is we're doing. And Meg, should we just jump in with a little
what we're inspired by today?
Inspired by? Colors.
Yeah, we're just kind of
All
inspired
the colors.
by every color imaginable.
Yep.
The humble color wheel. Yeah, so
These are all the colors.
These are just colors.
All of the colors?
This is
all the
not quite all the colors.
These are all the
there
colors.
are so many colors that our eyes can't even see. But this is not even all of the colors that we can see.
Okay.
So
all right.
We're talking about color relationships a little bit today. I mean, we're not going too in depth, but yeah, I mean, you guys know I'm doing a Seraphon army. It is crazy looking. I'm trying to use as many colors as possible. And I have a unit of 6 Kroxigors, and so I thought, why not do Roy G. Buv? There's no indigo.
There's no indigo.
And do rainbow Kroxigors. So I'm pretty much just inspired by the humble color wheel. We're working with complementary palette today.
Okay.
Which is, as you can see on the graphic, it's the opposites on the color wheel. They make a neutral in the middle. That's the kind of relationship they have. But we do have a very important poll today. It does tie into this. If you don't know what any of those words are in our poll, this should help you out. Primary, secondary, those are 2 different triads. Pretty obvious.
Those are both triads, colors. So you could pick either triad. Yeah. If you like those, you pick triad. What is
wrong with you?
Nothing, which is what's winning right now.
So you're being silly. Yeah, let's see. There's like a whole lot of definition going on this graphic. Analogous just means like they're next to each other on the color wheel. And then we have our hue, tint, and shade call outs as well, which we did a video on. Not too long ago, like within the last year. But yeah, so...
I don't like square.
You don't like square. It does seem a bit like all over the place.
What the hell?
Which it kind of is. Because it's like, I can't make a choice, so I'm just going to pick one from each quadrant of this wheel. Yeah. Yeah, the tyranny of choice.
The tyranny of choice. Okay, great.
Can we get
a look at these Kroxigors?
Let's take a look at the Kroxigors. Yeah.
We'll zoom in over there on you.
Okay.
On the Kroxigors. There we go.
Yeah. So I have posted some progress in our Discord. I was in Hobby Hang last night and prepping these for the show. So each one has an underbelly of a color. We'll get Zach's in here that he's working on today too. And then the opposite color is what sits on the top part of their scales. And what we're going to be doing today is edge highlighting the scales with the tummy color. So we're going to have a pretty cool like complementary color scheme going on, but with all the different colors. So what's going on here? Are they fighting?
Yeah.
It's cute. Yeah, I kind of liked putting this guy next to this little Saurus warrior. Like he's about to smash it.
But they're buddies.
I know, but he's like, hey, nerd, stop playing the drums. He smashes him. Yeah.
You know, in the lore, the Kroxigors have a little kinship with the skinks.
Aw, they love the skinks. That's right. Aren't they like buddies? They buff them up and stuff.
Yeah. Well, currently, if anything happens to a skink near a Kroxigor unit, the Kroxigors get angry and get more attacks or something.
Yeah. Saul, I kind of just do whatever I feel like. I'm kind of the same way, Saul, and that's sort of how I figured this army out. I knew I wanted to use all the colors, but if you just take rainbow colors and throw them around without any plan, it can start to look crazy.
It looks bad.
So I'll bring up, let me show you guys where my army's at now, because it is crazy. So here's my Slan. Oh, let's take off the picture-in-picture to fit more of the family in the family photo. So here's my Slan. It's nuts. There's a lot of colors. I got my Kroxigors. Here is a Raptidon rider. Let's see. I'm bad at this. There we go. Raptidon. Crazy. I'm still working on, I'm finishing up the skink there. And then my Saurus warriors. So, I mean, they look ready for a family photo, like they're getting there, but like you can see how there's different ideas going on with each unit, right? Mm-hmm. Like here is just utter insanity. Megan wants to play with colors.
Yeah, it looks great though.
on this model,
Kind of. I mean, not really. He still has like 3 or 4 or 5 colors on him.
He does, but the focus, like when you think of just what he's working with blue and orange, right?
Oh, yeah.
These are complementary. And he's against some neutrals. Like you can always pull neutrals into your
You have a lot
color
of gold.
palette.
Are you considering gold a neutral in this instance?
It's
Meg?
a warm neutral, but
Okay.
I would consider it a neutral. It's just a metal.
It's also kind of like
right?
its own effect, right? Because it's a metal.
It's a metal. It's serving like a purpose here.
Yeah. So does that factor into these decisions? Because like people who play this game and understand the army know that Seraphon have all these little gold and metal trinkets on them often. And so does that kind of like give you a little bit of leeway when you're picking your colors? Like if you're like, well, I'm either going to do gold or silver or copper trinkets or whatever. Can you then kind of do you need to think about that? Like do you recommend people starting a Seraphon army like, well, if you're doing more red and yellow skinks, maybe you want silver or copper or gold, or if you're doing blue skinks, like could it be used, in other words, like could you use gold against a purple skink? Would you use gold if the skinks are more purple, and maybe use silver if the skinks are more?
It's really personal preference, right? Like you can like my bases are blue. There's green plants. It's a very cool looking army, and I mean cool as in like the colors are cool. There's not even the purples.
You don't mean cool as in radical.
Yeah, I don't mean radical. Radical. Okay. Even the like purples that I chose are like it's like a blue violet purple. It's cool tinted for the most part overall. And I thought gold would look nice against it because it'll really pop because gold is warm. So if I wanted it to feel more like blended in with the metallics, then I probably would have chosen silver.
Now, one thing that is
really just personal preference.
Got it. One thing that is also worth pointing out is over there by her Star Wars Warriors, she has a few colors of Star Wars Warriors too. It looks like you kind of only grabbed 2. Are these two different?
Off the shelf. They're actually the same. These are both green undertones.
But you have like 2 or 3
with
colors of these guys going on.
Right. These are also mixed up. Everything is mixed. Nothing is the same color.
But the way she's done the rainbowing stuff, it's like because they're being painted. I think like that's such a big thing is just like the fact that the style is the same. And the fact that it's consistently rainbow in a particular way with the color wheel stuff makes it more look unified, even though you're doing all kinds of colors.
There's and there's also some motifs that are going through. Right, like one of the motifs is the color scheme. Right, it's cool, and the other is the weaponry. Right, there's this stone going on. There's gold happening throughout my whole army. The
like that stone matches the slans.
Right.
And it also matches the bases.
Right. Yeah. And the shields all have this going on. So there are motifs throughout my army that keep it unified. Yeah.
Which is great.
And the rainbow, right. So the rainbow concept is just, it's utter insanity. But there is
it's totally
some consistency
working
within each unit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what the judges say at Old Town Throwdown when I kick your butt.
Well, probably.
Best being an army.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's where we're at. So right now, what we're doing are these major scales. So these large scales on the back, like the crests. What I wanted to do is edge highlight everything with the belly color. And so we'll be starting with these palettes. We'll be working with like a rainbow palette. Basically the edge highlight will be this solid color, and it will just work its way up towards white. And I did start working on that before the stream on this guy. You can see pretty well here what's going on. Let me hold it up. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, the blue. There. Let's try that. Too close, the camera says. Anyways, so I'm edge highlighting starting with a solid like blue and then mixing it with a little white up maybe like 2 or 3 layers and then a solid white at the tips is how I'm doing this. So it should really pop. The thing about complementary colors is when they're like the same value, they kind of make your eyes vibrate. They're weird. You're not expecting it, especially when they're the same value. Your eye kind of doesn't know what to do.
Interesting.
So it just makes a really weird looking effect, which I was hoping to get.
Okay.
But yeah. Guys, it's our birthday month. It's almost over, actually.
It is.
Our actual birthday is the 27th of June.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're enjoying the content, if you want to see more, give it a love and subscribe and become a member if you haven't done that yet. Welcome, JPC, to Lab Mandrill. So happy to have you. We need to update our Mandrill list. Yeah, that means a lot. So
it does mean a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, we had our party lights go off before the stream even started.
Yeah, that was fun. And we, actually our normal lower level membership, Lab Rat, I shouldn't say lower level, makes it sound bad.
Oh, jeez.
But our first level membership, we don't have a lot of tiers. We didn't really want to do like a tiering.
No más llores.
Yeah, type thing. But our first level membership is actually pretty inexpensive. One of the lowest cost memberships in the Warhammer hobby
in the world
sphere on YouTube for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
What do you get with that, Zach?
Well,
since you're talking about
yeah,
it.
we do. We have our schedule. This is kind of we're not doing our regular schedule right now. We have a lot of
fourth ed is throwing us some crazy wrenches.
Right. We have a lot of different things. We're kind of doing like a more. Oh, Meg, sorry, real quick. Should I highlight the spines on his arm?
Sure. Yeah.
With the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a dry brush last night, and that's sort of setting a guideline of where to do these edge highlights. But if you want to play around with it, be my guest.
Okay. Well, I mean, these did get, they did pick up the yellow, so
yeah,
it's kind of wet. But that's actually very convenient to. Using the dry brush is actually a great idea to see like what should be picked up. So the schedule right here is up because this is our normal schedule that we run. And as you can see, we do a members only game Monday nights, 6 p.m. Those won't be happening for a couple weeks, but they will be back in July. And we're pretty excited for those. We like to have a lot of fun on those days.
Yeah, we get weird.
Yeah, we're excited for fourth ed.
We are. We're prepping for it. Thank you, Molecule and Chris, for gifted hobby memberships. Welcome, Michael Lil Jagren. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't even want to say the wrong thing, so I don't know how to pronounce that name. But welcome, and End Time Heresy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the team. We're calling it a team, I guess.
Okay, I'm also like discussed doing some of the more aggressive bumps that head into the interior of the Kroxigor.
Yeah. And what by interior bumps? What does that mean?
Oh, I guess they're just like these ridges that are on the scale.
Weirder, Tim. I work with Tim. Say hi to Tim. Everyone be nice to Tim.
Right, like these on the way in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I've been doing that too.
I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on yours though, because I don't want the style to be different.
Yeah, because I don't want anything to look off.
Right.
Go to Old Town Throwdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. Are those mostly on the back and on the head? Are there other ones I'm missing? I hit these spines on his leg.
So I'm kind of just doing mine in chunks because I want to enjoy working with the different colors today.
Okay.
But yeah, so that sounds good. Like the back of the arm is very edge highlighty area.
Yeah, I got those.
The front of the thigh.
Yeah, I got
also.
those. Got those.
And probably the feet. A bit.
Feet. Okay.
Close to the feet. Little parts of the feet where it would make sense. Not if it's already highlighted up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's fine. So then after you're done with that color, here, I'm going to put it back on me. Let's do it. So now that I have the dark purple laid out, let's get this focused. You can do it, little camera. You want to, I know. Let me back up. Is that focused? Hard to say. Okay, anyways. But, so I have the purple laid out here, right? I'm going to pull my palette out. And I'm not going to be I'm not going to worry about this too much because, again, like, I'm trying to win, you know, best painted army, not best model at Nova or LVO or something. So I'm going to just basically, you can see how I've got my purple here. I'm working up to white. Just mix somewhere in the middle, right? And then just take it up a step as far as value goes. And then I'm just going to pull in some of those lighter values.
In the same areas I just did?
Yeah, you're basically going over what you just did, but slightly smaller areas, right? Yeah, you're slowly building up to that highest value of white. So I'm taking it up. This is like, I'm kind of treating this like carapace.
I mean, it kind of is, right?
It's basically just carapace, right? It's the same idea, but it's not termagants. So I only have to do this, well, 6 times, but now that Zach's helping me, 3 times.
One sort of like, I don't pretend to offer a lot of pro tips for painting, but one thing I do, I will say, when you're doing this kind of stuff and you know there's going to be multiple steps, which I sort of didn't, Meg and I kind of went over what we're going to be doing, but I would say when you hit that first layer, like you can put a little more coverage down.
Totally.
You can, like, as in, like, you can take up a little more real estate.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're going to work in a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you're not bold enough there in that situation, if you don't put enough in, then sometimes you're just covering up what you
limiting. Yeah. But you can be more aggressive than you think when you're building up these layers. I'm gonna move this out of the shot. Anyway. There. Okay. JPC, enjoy the channel, usually painting, listening, and not chatting. No worries there. As long as you're having a good time, that's what we aim to do. Happy to have you with us and to have your support. We have mandrel workshops. We're going to have a vote very soon in our Discord. So if you're in our Discord, make sure your YouTube is connected so that you'll get those privileges. But yeah, we're going to have another mandrel workshop in our Discord coming up next month. The last one we had was basing, and everybody in the basing class wanted to do water. So it ended up being a water class.
Well, actually, that's the last one we had with Devin, which was great. We did.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
We did have one.
We had a wet blending one with Timbit.
Yeah, last week.
Was it? Oh gosh. Okay.
And
so much happens.
Yeah, and that one is not up online right now on YouTube, but all the ones with Devin Bush are up online. And
yeah, mandrels can go check those out.
Yeah, there's a playlist for them, so you can actually go back and watch. And if you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'd want to go to one of those, you can kind of check out the vibe by checking out one of those videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we have some really amazing award-winning painters in our Discord who graciously have offered to do workshops for our mandrels. And it's a really nice benefit to being in our top tier. You can even just do it for a month and get access to those videos and then, save your wallet for the next month. Okay, so that's kind of where that's going with the purple. Hi, Saray. Hi, Boris. Good evening to you. It's Baffle. I think my favorite thong about Seraphon.
I think they mean thing.
I know, but I wanted to say thong. It's just the crazy amount of color schemes that look so good on them. Yes, that's exactly why I wanted to paint this army. I was like, this is a perfect army for my Lisa Frank ideas. You can just put whatever you want down.
Well, it's nice because they're dinosaurs, right?
It is nice. There's a lot of freedom there. Like lizards come in many colors. Yeah. Okay. Let me go up. So now I'm going to go up one more level in this purple. Yeah, I'm not going to stress too much over it.
What's the other rainbow army, Saray? Your army? I mean, you have a lot of different colors going on. I wouldn't exactly say I feel like Saray's armies are rainbow armies. Is he
Does
trying
he
to
have a? Hi, Laura. It's been a bit.
Is he trying to get in on this?
Oh yeah. What are your? Are you saying your Chaos Knights are rainbow? Like, what's he talking about here?
I know. I guess anything passes as rainbow these days.
I know, right? Saray, I was always gonna do this. You can't take it from me.
But 2 rainbow armies, I guess, is cool.
Yeah, why not? More rainbows. I like rainbows.
I just like that we have unique armies on our channel. That's my favorite part.
That's your favorite part about
it's nice.
our channel?
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to come here and all of us work on these different armies, and we have a lot of unique and interesting color schemes and choices going on. And then they get on the tabletop. You can see them kill each other.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like when we get to see them kill each other.
I don't know about other people in chat, but I know right now, with some of the armies we've been doing recently, not just Saray and Megan's, but even some of my own, I feel like I'm going to go back and I've been going back and like making little upgrades to some of my old first painted armies, my daughters. My Beastclaw Raiders are kind of weird. I have been bringing up the white on their fur more, which has been it's been good. I need about half of it is done. Half of the army has had that happen. Over half of it. There's a few Morn Fangs I need to do it to yet, but it's kind of hard with when you have a destruction army and you kind of do this like drab, but the fur is white, so that's nice. But then after that, ogres are kind of drab. It's like metal, it's like leather, it's wood, it's bone, and these are all kind of like brown things, brown and tan and neutral colored things. So then I get my war paint in there for a little splash of color. But what's funny is whenever I see people do really colorful ogres, I hate it almost universally. I've never seen like a really colorful ogre army that I've been like, super into. So I don't know. I guess I'll just keep going, and it's okay. It can, the challenge is making something that kind of should look drab in real life, not look drab on the tabletop. I guess
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, lizards can look drab.
They can
for sure, but like especially desert reptiles.
Yeah.
I mean, animals that live in the rainforest are going to have crazier things going on depending on sexual selection, and there's so many other things to blend in with.
No, Saul, I don't hate your Frost Lord. I'm just saying that I liked it. It's blue. He's like, and I wasn't able to get to it today for fan stuff, Saul, because I'd already prepped it before you posted, so we'll get it next week. But you have like a little blue rider, and it's like this cold beast and cold lore. I thought it looked good together. Yeah. So there you go. You get a pre-fan stuff shout out. Okay. What do I do after that step?
Okay. Well, what I was saying is like I just basically I move up in value to this like very close to off-white.
Okay.
White.
How many steps?
I'm doing about 3 before I do pure white.
Okay. So now I'm going to do the off-white.
Sure. Hello, Epic Doom 80. I'm here because they nerfed my orcs. Got a star host and a pack of Reptidons. Is the Bastillodon a shooty dino? I actually don't know.
He can be.
I don't have it. Brett has it.
He can be. There's 2 ways to build him. He can have the laser. That's right. You heard me. A dinosaur with a laser. An outer space dinosaur with a laser. He can have the laser, or he can have the Arca Sotek, which is really also a cool option thematically because it's a giant jar on the back of the Bastillodon full of snakes. Yes. With little gutters running down the side that the skinks just release whenever they get attacked. In Melee, they release all these snakes on their enemies. I think both are pretty cool. I've heard it's not the easiest magnetization Epic Doom. So I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. You might want to get 2, but if you're starting with just 1 and you want to be shooty, you definitely want to put the laser on.
Freaking dinosaurs with lasers. Games Workshop. You've thought of everything. Now we talk about this all the time, what they haven't thought of. Right?
What's that?
I don't know. All kinds of different stuff.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're going to make me go on my rant about...
No, I'm not. I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to actually talk about these things. I'm just pointing it out.
No,
we talk about it a lot in hobby hang.
It's a GW positive thing. But
okay.
But it also makes me sound like a fanboy, which is... I always end up pointing out...
You're allowed to like things.
I always end up pointing out that I'm pretty consistently unimpressed, or actually, unimpressed or disappointed in most other model companies and the stuff they come up with. I think there are 2 major exceptions to that. One is Kingdom Death. The Kingdom Death stuff is
amazing.
A crazy, very imaginative.
Say, Cody's gonna.
Yeah, no. Kingdom Death is one, and Infinity.
Strangle you.
Infinity is the other one. Corvus Bell. Kind of what I mean. I mean the big elephant in the room who I'm saying, like, come on, try a little harder is Parabellum is Conquest. I'm just like, show me something interesting, like in this world.
Thank you, Zell Nasty, for your 5 gifted party lights. Adam D, Jacob Berg, Michael Coase, Melody Wallace, we know you. Kevino Bambino, welcome.
Yep.
Welcome to the party. All right, well, I think it's time for us to check the news, right?
Check the news. Check
AKA
the
memes.
Check the memes. That's how
That's
we
where
get
I
all
get
our
my
news
these days, and how you get the news of what's going on in our Discord.
Yeah, it's...
You guys aren't there.
I can often kind of figure,
raises
more questions than answers
week?
Often.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we've got...
Oh, just go ahead and skip forward 4 times. But this model came out, and it kind of took over our Discord. It became so many memes. I want this model so bad. Will you get me this model? Can we make this our model?
This is my favorite.
Yeah, John Dillermand.
John Dillermand.
It's fantastic.
Whatever the heck this thing is called.
I forget what this is called too.
Yeah, I know it's Necromunda. It's like it goes with that new Necromunda.
It's so dirty.
What happens when Tyranids kind of abandon a
They're like, even we don't want this.
Right,
biomass.
no, that is true. The Tyranids like, yeah, we don't want to go down there.
Yeah.
And it's because this Necromunda is so irradiated and messed up, and the Tyranids are like, yeah, we're gonna not eat anything from that planet.
Yeah, we're gonna leave and let you guys eat the leftovers.
Yeah, it's a cool concept and great memes.
These were fun. I enjoyed that, and I'm definitely getting this model. And then it became this, so it got even worse.
I don't quite get it.
It's just insanity. Like, it's me. I'm this thing now, I guess. Look at Kate's face. She's part of it too. And I guess Vina, I don't know what's happening.
What the hell is this?
So this is this little like lump that looks like a wiener. It's this weird appendage from this model. And it looks like a wiener, kind of.
I guess. Guys. Great that it's going into Matt Rose's mouth and there.
Is that Vino? Or is that me? Again? Oh no, that's me. Because we'll see that in the next... Here's me.
Okay.
And then there was this. You and I had our game, our last 3rd edition game on the Members Night. Members Night got lit on Monday. We did happy hour, and it was just shots and toasting 3rd ed.
Well, it wasn't really just shots. It was actually it was scotch. We were drinking drinking Kirkland scotch.
Yes. And at a certain point, I thought it would be fun to like pick it up with my mouth and drink it that way. And Zach was like, "Don't do it." But this was just like stuff that.
My main concern was some kind of choking hazard.
He's like, "You're gonna swallow the whole glass." No. And then Soy Sumer made memes all about him. No, I love it. I love giving Soy Sumer crap. Yeah, here's a soy sumer meme for you. So there you go, Soy Sumer. I did it.
Yeah,
checklist.
You can't
Check
yell
box.
at us.
You can't yell at us.
Here's soups, and with a bunch of Brett's Kroot.
This is like, I don't know, something about pivoting.
Okay, yeah. This is great. He's
something pivot.
Yeah, the new pivoting rules have caused an uproar.
An uproar is correct.
I know.
It's so controversial. So how do you feel about pivoting? Because personally, so I don't care because I don't play, and I'm fine with it because if I'm gonna have to play a game, I'm gonna do the rules and it's fine. But I remember 7th Ed facing mattered. I learned how to play 7th Ed, and it mattered which face you were shooting at.
It didn't matter for you because you played Tyrannid, so you never had stuff.
But when I was going back to attack you, I hated it. I was like, this is so hard. To me, it was just I don't want to play this game. That was very frustrating.
Facing is a
But you guys, it was mixed opinions in our hobby hangout.
Facing in general is an interesting concept where I think a lot of people, myself included, really appreciate what's going on with the rule. But at the end of the day, it ends up just being better to not do it that way. And the reason is, if you're not a hex system like Aeronautica or something, the reason is that it just gets, there's always somebody.
It's hairy.
Yeah, it gets a little hairy. There's somebody in chat that's always going to say, no, it's not. It's pretty straightforward. And that person's right. But it just doesn't quite work that way in practice. So I think most of us are glad that it's gone. I think some of us are glad that there are games that still do it.
Now, does pivoting is not the same thing.
The big problem
it feels related to me.
The big problem that 40K has gotten itself into, why this is an issue in 40K and not Sigmar, is that everything in Sigmar is on a base. So
that's right.
Even my steam tanks.
I forget about that.
The closest thing I have to a vehicle that would work in 40K is a steam tank. A Celestial Huracanum, things for Cities of Sigmar, things for Caradron Overlords. They're all on bases. Yeah. And none of the Caradron Overlord models are on small flying bases that are smaller than the model. The base is always bigger than the model in Sigmar. So you end up not really having these bizarre issues. The pivoting thing is, the rule used to be imagine any point of the model. That point in the model can't move more than the model's move characteristic.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, that should be all it takes. That should solve it, right? You look at the back hatch or the front hatch even of a you look at the front hatch of a rhino, and you look at the back corner of a rhino, and you say, neither of these things can move more than 12 inches. So if the hatch moves 12 inches, but the back corner actually moved 14, that probably means somewhere along your movement you did an illegal pivot.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of confusing, but
sure.
Basically, pivoting, yeah, it's extra movement. So.
And it costs you 2 inches, right, to pivot? Unless you're...
So I to be honest with you, I don't know the new rules.
I don't know either.
Because I don't play 40K.
I don't need to know.
Yeah. I don't need to know either. So I'm sort of people are...
I need to know to talk about it.
My favorite thing, and I would say this is not a dig on YouTube content creators, because we're YouTube content creators, but it kind of is I love that 4th Ed Sigmar is coming around right now, but all the 40K channels are wow, it's 10.5 edition 40K because of the thing that came out. It's not 10.5 edition 40K. It's
just
it's your usual
an update.
Right? Yeah, I think it's the first big significant update for the edition.
Okay.
I think it's not first. It's the biggest update for the edition. It sounds like. Okay, now I just do white, right?
I assume so.
Do we ever get to? We actually do use white.
I did, yeah. I added a drop of faint color.
Got it. Yeah, I was kind of
from the water, but it's basically white.
Okay.
Yeah, you can bear it. You wouldn't really see it, but I feel like it helps it a little bit. All right, what's next? in the news.
Good luck, everyone playing 40K with your pivots and such.
Oh, this is meme news. Have you seen this meme?
Yeah.
These were the winners. There were a couple, like, I know Cassie threw in a bunch, but I think all of yours were taken from elsewhere, so I didn't use them. I liked these. And to Yusuf's point, they were on brand with what our channel's about. But have you seen this meme? Like the actual, like, thing that happened to create this meme?
Yeah.
Like why it has entered our
girls
server at
just
all.
giving some
blowjob advice.
Just some good blowjob advice.
I guess he says.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say?
Not like I have any.
No, it's funny. Yeah, I'm curious if she's mortified about her life right now,
Why?
if she's rocking it.
She was just being funny.
I know she's funny. It's
You
great.
get your 15 minutes of fame somehow.
I know it's great to see. It's always fascinating to see how like funny and just off the cuff everyday people can be.
Yeah.
You know. And like you kind of, we're living in this world where people like go and ask random people things. And especially it seems like if you're an attractive person, some girl or guy who has a YouTube channel is going to like hunt you down in a crowd and ask you to be on their channel for a few seconds and answer questions, right? And I kind of just think that no one was expecting her to answer that question that way. It's pretty funny. Moving on. Oh, that's it.
That's it. That's the news. You guys are all caught up on the news.
Yeah.
For more news, join our Discord. The way I'm painting this green guy, he looks like one of those pink monsteras, or I don't know, like pink succulent plants. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think the red guy does too.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, even the yellow and purple guy kind of, I mean, this guy I'm working on right now, again, he kind of has some vibes of succulent going on.
Yeah, they're fun.
Not succulent as in like a succulent Chinese meal, but the plant. Liam T. Thank you, Liam T, for the super chat. We do appreciate super chats. We appreciate super chats for two reasons. The less important reason is it gives us some money. The more important reason is we like it because it gives us some kind of fun question to respond to. Mm-hmm. As you can see, Meg and I live together. We run out things to talk about pretty quick.
Yeah, we don't know what to say.
Pretty quick. So we appreciate it. Liam says, doing Saurus with brown scales and tan yellow skin. I want you to do the Carnosaur different, but keep the swampy theme. Any suggestions? Well...
Swampy theme. What does your base scheme look like? Because I feel like that's what will tie it all together. Because you don't have like.
Can I see the back of yours?
Obviously, you don't. I just started.
Can I see the back of the guy you did actually?
Here, I did these two. I only.
Oh wow, you did two at once?
No, I just did this section for each of them.
Oh.
Because I want to play with different colors.
Oh, okay. I'm doing this whole guy.
That's fine.
Okay.
If you want to do it that way. You can use your base scheme to really keep things unified if you don't want everything to be matchy-matchy. Nothing wrong with being matchy-matchy. That's just not what I felt like doing. You're doing like River Ideneth.
I haven't started any
That's
of that
okay.
though. Yeah,
but your models are not all going to look the same. But they're going to have the same kind of like murky colors for their general color scheme. And then you're going to add some like touches of vibrancy, right?
Well,
and it may not be the same color of vibrancy across all of your models, but the idea will be unified.
Yeah, I would say it's somewhat different. I have kind of an outlet for that, which is the armor of the actual elves.
Yeah.
But one thing I would suggest, Liam, is get some splashes of color and look up not animals that live in swamps. Because most animals that live in swamps, if you're like looking at fish and stuff, are going to be pretty boring in colors for camo. But instead look at plants, and a lot of carnivorous plants live in swamps. So, and a lot of them have these, almost kind of like what Meg's doing with her red and green dudes here. Let me, she has one in her hand. Let me flip to it real quick. So while, she's got this green and red one going that she's hiding here.
Yeah.
The red kind of components, like this actually gives off vibes of like carnivorous plant vibes. You'll see a lot of these like bright red colors. on carnivorous plants, which are often found in swamps, including, I mean, the classic flycatcher from like the Carolinas over here in the U.S. Has this kind of vibe. So like plants, like look at some plants, and I would try to get a little bit of like fun coloring on the Carnosaur. Just like let them pop a little bit. Like also some animals, another thing to look at are different lizards. A lot of lizards will have only a small region of them with some color on it.
Yeah.
They're mostly camouflage, but they'll have like a little chunk of them with some blue scales or some yellow scales. I think that could look cool. And my color suggestion, based on the colors you say you're using, would probably be some blues.
I like Saray's suggestion of using greens because, like, well, whatever your major colors are, if you have, like, greens that
It's
are
gonna
part
look
of it,
natural.
it'll, across, like, all of your army, which
Yeah.
would be cool, it'll bring up, it'll highlight that swampy vibe. And, like, the whole dinosaur doesn't have to be green. It, like, you'd have green reflected off the water. You could have like just green legs on all of them, or just green somewhere on them.
I like
to
that.
give it like that swampy feel.
I like that. It's a little different than what I'm suggesting.
It is.
And
I mean,
I think
there's lots of ways
I think
to
you can
do
do
this,
both. What Megan and Saray are suggesting is a way to get another color in a natural way. That's just going to kind of work. It's just going to blend in there. What I'm suggesting is something bold that's like, oh, this Carnosaur species has subspecies is known for its little blue.
Sure.
Like think about the way people name birds and reptiles. They often have like a
I like how Zach's getting into taxonomy now.
yeah. Well, so like there's a blue racer is like a type of skink. There's like a white-sided skink with like a white stripe down its side. Birds and stuff will often get named lizards after like one interesting color chunk on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hooded warbler, right? It has a little cap. It makes it look like it's wearing a hood of different color feathers. Even bald eagle, right? Like so. Think about that, and think about what you want your Carnosaur to be like. Maybe you want to have a little collar, like a little blue scale collar, or like a little crest on its head of blue or something.
Well, Carnosaurs don't have the crest.
Not the crest.
I know this because you've been
the ridges on the top on his head. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Like using those really unique aspects of the lizard to throw in a fun color. If you can somehow, I don't know how you would, never mind. Well, I'll bring it up anyway. Get your hands on Ricardo Ramirez's Age of Reptiles comic books. Those have some really fun lizard dinosaur designs. I mean, some of they're slightly fantastical because it's a comic book, right? But he does such a beautiful job of painting, of coloring in the dinosaurs with fun concepts. God, I love those comic books, and I cannot find them, and you cannot buy them like for under $100 because they're out of print. It's killing me. It is killing me. I don't know where I put them. Anyway,
You probably threw them away.
I never would have thrown those
You
away.
throw so much stuff
They're
away.
dinosaur comic books. Never in a million years. How dare you? Oh my gosh. I know. You know what? I probably lent them to my goofy nephew, and he lost them. He says he didn't. He says he didn't lose them, but he answered that real fast, like 5 minutes. I was like, "You don't know. You didn't look.
Yeah.
You little twerp. Where are you, Luca? I'm gonna
Thanks,
find you."
thanks, Soups, for gifting a
Oh,
membership.
Soups. Hey, Soups.
We appreciate that. As always, as always.
And thank you, Liam. Hope that helped.
Yeah. He says, consider doing the Carnosaur scales green with tan yellow as stripes, but couldn't figure out the skin color choice.
Oh gosh, I mean any neutral really will work, and it'll help if you do a neutral. It'll make those other colors really pop forward. Yeah. This might be too something like this is insane. Like I wouldn't recommend this for every complimentary like this. Complimentary could work like with a neutral. I think if you're not doing, assuming you don't want it to look crazy, right? Do mostly neutral, and then you have like your complementary bits mapped out elsewhere on your model. Yeah.
Good luck, Liam. Post some pics for us. Post some pics of what you've got.
Right. Let's check it out.
If you haven't already, please do that. All right. Well, I think I'm going to say that as far as this edge highlighting on this first guy goes, I feel pretty good about where I'm at.
Okay.
I am happy to kind of give up here. Not give up,
but
stop here. Largely for the reason that I think it's good, but also if you want to, I would totally understand if you want to spend a pass at it to unify with the kind of stuff you're doing. I'm looking at how yours and mine compare. And one of the things I noticed, and I kind of went back and start to fix, is you're going way more in than I am. I was hanging on the edge much more.
Yeah.
I kind of think it works mostly. My guys' head crest, their heads are all a little different.
Yeah.
So my guys actually,
I think a little unique there.
I think it works a little bit more for him.
Oh, I love that.
But I'm gonna let you just have a go at him if you need to adjust.
No, I think it looks great.
I think that's kind of a thing.
Here, let's take a look. Look, they're little opposite friends. I haven't finished mine, but
it's funny how we moved that thing where we thought we would never
now
be.
it's more in the way. Okay, but yeah, yours looks really nice. The because the purple's so nice and dark.
Yeah, the yellows really are popping
where
a lot more.
Mine feels a lot more like the Saurus Warriors, right? It's the same green, honestly, the underneath.
It's a little more muted, though.
It's very muted, yeah. And the color differences, like if you look at this under a black and white camera, it's going to all look the same value, pretty much. The purple and the green. Yeah, thanks. I'm having trouble. Whereas here it won't, because the purple is so much darker. But here the purple and the green are almost the same value. So it's kind of like it does that vibrating thing. It would do that more if the colors were really saturated. Yeah. Anyway, so those two look more like than these two.
Maybe you want to blend
cool.
them. Oh, all right.
No, I don't mind that. I'm okay with. I want them to look unique.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on to.
It's a feature, not a bug.
To blue guy here.
Okay. We are talking rainbows today.
We are, yeah, and we want to talk some good rainbows and some bad rainbows.
And I can't believe there's such a thing as a bad
There's
rainbow.
a lot of bad rainbows. I'm actually excited. We want to chat this. Chat, we love having these goofy segments with you. Tell us what you think. Let's jump in and talk about rainbows. Okay.
We need your help with this one.
Of all freaking people, Saray would not shut up for the past 2 weeks.
Wouldn't shut up. He's still talking about
the winds of magic. And I was like, dude, I don't care about the winds of magic. Well, you should care because that's where that's where the Sigmar universe comes from. All the realms are one of the winds of magic.
From my boyfriend.
Sigmar? Oh, Manfred?
Manfred.
I think Manfred sold out everybody to chaos or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Manfred, how could you?
Yeah, he's a turd.
Well.
So what I was gonna say?
Yeah, sorry.
Is I understand this. I understand there's some kind of relationship between the old world winds of magic and the new realms in Sigmar.
Yeah. But
I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care about the old world at all, and so I don't get it or know or actually really care. But I am curious. What do I need to learn? Shadow magic is Ogul.
Can you guys tell us, because we actually ran out of time to look into this. Sorry, Saray.
Also,
we're halfway there. We put the picture up.
This isn't really part of the good rainbow, bad rainbow
we don't know.
segment. It's just.
Is it a good rainbow? It could be. Why not? We honestly chat. Just teach us. We'll put this up. We think it's a good rainbow. We don't know anything about it. Even Zach didn't know anything about it.
You know what? Let's come back to it at the end. Let's go through the other ones, and then let's talk about rainbows.
I wanted to plug it early so that chat had time to help us.
Yeah, okay. So here's the first bad rainbow. This is the Homeland Security Advisory System. We came up with this over here in the U.S. after people,
attacked us?
Yeah, a few people decided to drive planes into some of our buildings.
Lovely.
And it was hey, not cool. And so moving forward, we now have this. Where it's great because people decided to drive planes into buildings. Now the whole world is a police state. So it's very fun. And we have this system. For most of my childhood, this happened in 2011. I was my freshman year in college.
2011?
2010, sorry. Or 2001.
Okay.
Sorry, when the planes were parked in the trade centers. This was for red and orange like all the time. I remember, and I was like, I don't really know. Everything seems okay.
I still try to get to the airport 2 hours early.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just assume it's always orange or red. 2011, never forget.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, here we have this system now. I love that this system has lived longer than Osama bin Laden, though. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's the only good part about this rainbow
good?
system.
No, I don't think. No, we said it's not good.
Your legacy.
It's
Your legacy is a
chart.
Is a chart. Yeah. Okay. Here's a good rainbow. If you don't recognize this is like the second time this has come up in a month or so.
It's on his shirt.
This is like these with Ted that's not B-roll.
That's not B-roll. Yeah.
We've been talking about some longer or some older original viral YouTube videos, right? Nowadays there's a viral YouTube video every day, at least one, probably more. But this guy right here is Double Rainbow Guy, and he's famous for capturing a video of a double rainbow and basically
losing his mind,
just crying with joy while looking at the double rainbow.
Sweet.
Yeah, Double Rainbow Guy. Look it up if you're younger and don't remember this.
I think it's good rainbows because he's just so happy.
He's very happy.
How often does that happen?
Double rainbow, pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Oh man,
okay.
we're jamming through these.
Bad rainbow. Here we go.
Yeah.
So
Corporate Pride Month.
Corporate Pride Month is super cringy.
So lame.
And apparently, I've been reading about it. The past couple days, I've been reading a little bit about in preparation for the stream. Last night, I was reading a bit about this. This apparently was one of the cringiest ones that got really thrown on.
Yeah, what is this?
So this is actually...
I mean, I love a burger, but...
It's Burger King.
What does it have to do with rainbows?
It's Burger King, and this was in Australia. Actually, it was Australian Burger Kings, and pretty much everybody hated this. And, like, okay, corporations, first of all, large corporations, like, universally just suck. As a concept, you suck. Like, the world would be better off.
Suck, corporations.
The world would almost definitely be better off in more ways without large corporations than with them. Like, I'm just coming down on that hot take right now. Like, okay, cool, yeah, like, we might not be here right now, honestly, doing this if it wasn't for two large corporations, at least, right? Honestly, yeah, two, Apple and Google. The mid-level organization, I guess, is GW, but they're probably fine.
Well, they're not so hot all the time either.
Right. We wouldn't be here. We use Apple products. We stream through an Alphabet service, right? But the point is, it's just not good for societies and civilizations and economies, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Moving forward, though, they're in a tough position because they have to... first of all, they actually... The best thing the corporations could do is probably nothing. Just maybe a X post or something.
Work on just being good.
Just being better from the start, right? Yeah, all kinds of things they could do. But then they do weird stuff, like, and everybody just gets so, like, angry in both directions on them. So I don't know why they do it. I was reading that this year there's a lot less of it going on. And some people think that that's probably why it seems to be a lose-lose situation for corporations to post anything. Yeah. Anyway, bad rainbow.
Yeah, we don't like it. They're lame.
Yeah, make us...
Way to take a rainbow and make it lame. Corporations.
Right. It wouldn't be a stream with two middle-class, college-educated white people if we didn't bring up Radiohead.
Sure.
So, the album In Rainbows by Radiohead. Actually, one of my least favorite Radiohead albums.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it has All I Need, and I mean, give me a good melancholy love song any day.
Yeah,
It'll just send me.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It is good. It's still a good album. It's still Radiohead.
Maps. So good. So hot.
A lot of those aren't good, but
they're very good and they're hot, and you should know this.
Maps? Okay. OK Computer is...
This guy does not get me.
OK Computer is solidly the one to beat. But honestly, yeah, OK Computer is just packed. So anyway, good rainbow. Right?
It's a good rainbow.
It's a good rainbow.
It's a good album. Everything they put out is good.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right.
Mr.
Bad rainbow. All right. First of all, can we just like come right out of the gate and say fuck fruit stripe gum?
Fruit stripe gum is so bad. I mean, I want to like it. Like when you first put it in your mouth, it's great. It is what it says it is.
Under 1
second.
second.
You have 10 okay.
Under
So you have 10 seconds with it.
10 is being very nice, Megan. I think fruit stripe gum lasts about, I'm going to say under 1 second is probably not true.
I think so. Okay. Well, I don't think it's under 1 second.
Like maybe three seconds.
3 chews.
Yeah. Yipes sucks. I hate them. I wish you get hit by a car.
Jeez.
Look at him playing soccer like an idiot.
Do you
Yipes
guys
and
have
action
yipes
tattoos.
in Europe?
Well, the fruit stripe is what it's called. Sorry, Yipes is the mascot.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, yeah. Fruit stripe gum. In
Soups is saying he wants to try it when he comes out.
No, come on.
Sure, I think they still make it.
I mean, sure. When we take you to the grocery store.
Yeah, you get a crappy temporary tattoo also that doesn't really
Apparently.
work. Yeah.
Allegedly.
They're all like
We don't know how old this image is.
Like see Yipes playing with the soccer ball there. That's what it's like that's like an actual tattoo. Oh, also fruit stripe gum, 17 sticks. Why? Why a prime number in the packaging?
That is so weird.
Let me share this with my prime number of friends that I have here. Very confusing. Very confused product. Bad rainbow.
Well, you might have a prime number of friends.
You might have a prime number.
That's not fruit stripes. But like this gum has nothing to do
if
with
you
that.
have a prime number of friends, you need to.
Why?
You need to get your life together.
Why? I'm confused.
It's just not how it's done.
What?
All right. Good Rainbow, Reading Rainbow.
Did you watch Reading Rainbow? No, because you can't read. Never mind.
Well, no, that's why I watched Reading Rainbow.
The rest of us that can read probably enjoyed it very much.
No, Reading Rainbow is great because he reads for you. LeVar Burton does there's a show. It's like a show, so you don't have to read.
But it's supposed to get you excited about reading. Like, look at all the fun adventures you can have if you're reading a book.
Yeah.
Let's take a look inside a book.
Yeah.
This is Reading Rainbow.
This was cool. I remember.
I definitely watched this show.
Did people watch this at home?
Yes.
It was on the air. I think I always remember watching it at school.
I watched it once or twice at home. Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't watch it at school. At school, we actually read books and learned how to spell correctly. You guys may not know this, but Zach, when he was in school, they did this thing called creative spelling.
Yep.
You just sort of figure it out as you go. Make up the whatever phonetic.
Fourth grade. Only in fourth grade, but that's a critical year where you're learning that.
So if you're ever wondering why things are spelled the way they're spelled on some of our content, look no further.
I usually do spell.
It's that creative spelling coming out again in clutch.
I usually do spell checks, but it is weird that my school did that, but not really.
No, it's weird.
My guess is my school, my area is one of those areas where organizations and corporations and universities and stuff will experiment on the people. So it's not a surprise to me at all that some kind of bizarre experiment. My school probably got like $25,000, which is like a pathetic amount of money. The whole school district to spread out by torturing basically one fourth grade class and ruining a lot of our lives.
Your life has been ruined because now everyone on the internet knows that you can't spell.
Yeah.
How will you face anybody?
I mean, the nice thing is that I know I don't do like the you are thing.
That's true. You don't do that.
I know grammar, which is what's weird.
Drive me crazy if you had that issue.
Well, that makes people upset because people virtue signal that as like a way of not being stupid, right? Like, oh, I know how to use the right your and stuff like that. But it is really jarring when people like do the wrong one, right?
I find it a bit jarring.
Yeah.
When you can't get it right after 6th grade, we'll say
sixth grade.
I'm gonna cut you some slack and say 6th grade.
Wow.
If you don't know your and your,
there.
two and two, there. Yeah.
It's pretty.
I'm gonna judge you.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Megan's a jerk.
Moving on. We finally got one neutral rainbow. We had some good ones and some bad ones. Here's one that we're not really sure on, because the big question, if we actually want to talk about Rainbow Bright, I'd like everybody to think for a minute what they think of when they think of Rainbow Bright. And I want to know if anybody actually thinks of the actual, what am I going to say here? Show? Was it a show?
It's a show.
The actual show.
It's a Hallmark character.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's dumb. But it turned into a show.
Like, what does Rainbow Bright show do? What is it about?
It's about colors.
Yeah, but like nobody actually knows anything about Rainbow Bright.
That's not true. You think that you're everybody, and you're not. Guys, tell Zach he's not everybody.
That's fine. Everyone tell all the freaking geniuses are gonna quick look up on Wikipedia and be like, rude. I just don't understand. Like, I've never heard anyone be passionate about Rainbow Bright.
Passionate.
Like, people love My Little Pony. Like, even as adults. When adults love My Little Pony, it's pretty weird. When male adults love My Little Pony, it's really weird. But
Zach has some opinions.
What is the deal with Rainbow Bright?
Hi, Molecule. Thank you. Zach.
JPC says, get yourself some long rainbow socks and call it good. Yeah, like, I feel like I'll see people wearing Rainbow Bright stuff, even as adults, and I'm like, yeah, that's Rainbow Bright. Like, she's become more of just, like, a collection of colors and, like, a vibe and a style that we see a lot. But the actual Rainbow Bright...
Do we see a lot?
I mean, not a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
When? When do you see Rainbow Bright, Zach? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I've seen...
I think it was today for the first time.
No, I've seen like you'll see people selling like where you buy like goofy shirts on Instagram.
Rangers, yes, we miss Power Rangers. Yeah.
Well,
they are a rainbow. Rainbow Bright.
Saray?
The character. No, I'm not gonna let you finish. Rainbow Bright is the character.
I was just gonna talk about how Saray's bad at rainbows.
we'll come back to it. She like visits this sad land. It's like there's no colors. It's like gray. What?
I'm just thinking about Saray's concept of rainbows is that different things of different colors, if they're the same thing but come in different colors, that's a rainbow. So I like
it's like a rainbow.
Like colors in general are a rainbow to Saray. Saray'd be like, oh, there's different colors. It's a rainbow.
Well, if it's like a whole set of the
if there's like
then it counts, I think.
Okay,
like right. I if you want to sell me something, like put a display up in your store and like order them in rainbow order, like by rainbow color. It just like draws me in. I'm like, oh, I want that. Like I want one of each now. I didn't want any of it before, but now I need all of it.
I actually want to talk about Roy G. Biv a bit. I have two interesting Roy G. Biv stories.
Anyways, Bright.
Real quick. I just want to mention to JPC that this shirt is actually not the Cobra symbol exactly. Well, this is from...
it says UGWA, UGWA.
Yeah.
Which we'll be going to tonight.
Yeah, we're going to... Brett, Leah, cool. Meg, and I are going to an UGWA event tonight. It's a local... It's like
WWE, but...
minor league local professional wrestling event. You go to a bar... It's fun.
It's very fun.
The crowd's pretty cool, and then you watch people beat each other up, and it's fun. They're like, they're performers. It's cool.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing today.
So she goes to a land. It's gray.
It's gray, and then her and the Rainbow Bright kids, rainbow. What do they call them? Color kids, I think. Mm-hmm. They bring color back.
Color
to
kids,
the land.
all white kids. I love it in the 80s. Look at this. Not a...
Oh, yeah. They reintroduced this and, like...
Changed diversified it a bit.
They added some diversity, yeah.
Okay.
It's a different time.
They put they put the yellow guy in a wheelchair, probably.
That's a girl, but yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Of course, I always liked the green one. Green was my favorite color. Is my favorite color. But yeah, that's it. And she has a cool, like, horse. It's not a unicorn, guys. Not a unicorn. Hold your horses. But it has cool rainbow mane. So there's that.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know much more than that. It's just a corny, like, 80s cartoon.
Okay, here's the thing I kind of think of Rainbow Bright as.
There's also a movie.
I think of Rainbow Bright as one of these things that if you're like a cosplay girl, you can just...
That'd be fun to cosplay.
Like, people don't necessarily cosplay purely as Rainbow Bright, but like a sexy vibe version of the Rainbow Bright.
Oh my god, just rainbow lingerie with your pals.
I mean, like, you'll see that. I think it's like a vibe that people will do. Like some cosplay is more of a vibe than a direct copy. You know what I mean?
Yes,
okay.
I know what you're talking about. Like,
okay.
Right, like you're referencing something.
I think that's like how I've seen it.
Probably what I would be more likely to do. I don't have time to do like full cosplay outfits, but that would be
full
fun.
Rainbow Bright outfit, yeah.
It's a lot of work. Like, these people put a lot of work into these things.
Yeah, absolutely. The good ones, anyway.
I'd go with like some cardboard boxes and felt.
By the way, nobody said anything about the Winds of Magic, Saray, just so you know.
I know. Nobody knows what it is, Saray. We're not coming back to it. It's over. No one cares. Sorry, Saray.
Yeah, it's Grognard
You
stuff.
probably made it up. He probably made it up. We didn't find it on Wikipedia. I mean, Wahapedia or whatever. Wherever we took that graphic from.
So, okay, I have 2 Roy G. Biv stories.
Oh, right. We had story time.
Roy G. Biv story number 1 is kind of funny. These lights that we have, I've told this story, I think, on air before. These lights that we have
here you go, guys. You have to hear it again.
that are currently changing color and they flash whenever somebody super chats or something. They, when we use this we use this thing called If This Then That helps us connect what goes on to like you guys to the lights so that when you super chat they flash. Then they return to normal. Well, when you do just basic colors, they give you the rainbow, they give you Roy G. Biv as the options for colors you can return to. But what's really funny is if you think about a rainbow, like birthday month right there is a rainbow, right? We have it in front of our screen. It's nice. It's convenient. You can kind of like jump in at any point and pick a color out of here, right? Roy G. Biv happens to pick 7 colors out of this, but there's actually like, we have words for all of these. Like if you look at where red and orange, like on the H of month, that's like scarlet, right? But we don't work that into the Roy G. Biv. What's that called? An anagram? Acronym, sorry. So anyway, what's sort of funny, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, our light company, Govee, isn't the first people I've seen do this. But what's very interesting is that if you look at these colors and you say, okay, what colors are present? And you ask people to name colors, everyone would say red, blue, yellow, and then they name the primary colors. But then you have to name a 7th color.
Those are the primary colors.
The primary and secondary colors, right? But then for Roy G. Biv to work, you have to name a 7th color, right? Now, what color do you think most people would say?
Indigo, because it's there in Biv.
Okay, but is indigo, and I think you're doing the snarky thing, but is indigo like a color that you feel like, of all the like, what are we going to call them? Tertiary colors, I guess? Is indigo really like...
I feel like I should know this, but I don't know. Why is indigo pulled out? Why is it special?
Just because it makes
it
just makes the acronym work. The real color that everybody, after red, and I'm doing that thing where I'm everyone again, I guess, but the real color after the primaries and the secondaries is turquoise, right? Like, turquoise is a super common color. It's used in all kinds of things, right? Anyway... Sure. That is actually how a number of things, especially like if they don't come from English speaking, they think indigo is turquoise. Like I've seen this happen in a few situations where turquoise gets labeled as indigo, and that's actually how our lights are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he pointed this out to me, and he has not been able to let go of it ever since.
Well, it's funny because it's
definitely not indigo.
It's sort of like one of those things that you learn in elementary school, and it's like fun, and then as you grow older, you're like, oh, it's fun, but also it's like learning something that's not the whole story.
I see.
Right. Someone just finished Freshman Humanities Seminar 101.
This is a joke Zach likes to do, for those of you who don't know why he's saying these things.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm saying it's larger scale. It is a reflection. It is a way to consider that
society.
Things that you're taught in school can be right, but also not the whole story, and also wrong.
Tell me about it.
Indigo. How many times how frequently in your life do you think about something being indigo as a color compared to turquoise? Like, nobody thinks about indigo. Everybody thinks about turquoise.
I think about this exact conversation about 10 times more than I would like to.
Oh, man.
I'll say.
Well,
I don't think about indigo at all, to be honest with you.
I know. Nobody does. That's my point. But you think about turquoise.
I don't think about turquoise either.
You think? I mean,
except when I'm putting on my makeup, and sometimes I choose turquoise.
Well, today, weirdly, you chose indigo. That's weird that you don't think of this. Oh, man. Okay, here's the other rainbow story. It's not a story. I'm very excited for a new 4th Ed Sigmar.
That first one wasn't really a story either.
I'm very excited for a new 4th Ed Sigmar. But I do have to say one thing that I think was a bizarre missed opportunity. I'm kind of curious what made them do it this way. It seems like people have taken, I'm going to say Matt Rose, very careful efforts to make the new Sigmar version...
Indigo?
No, to make it like very well organized.
Great.
It's like graphically well organized for the most part. But I've always thought it was...
Oh yeah, I do like the color mapping that they're doing.
The color mapping is good. I don't understand why they didn't do the color mapping Roy G. Biv. And do you think that they just got to Indigo and were like, wait, do people know Indigo?
What?
Wait, Roy G. Biv is a sham because there's no spot for turquoise. What do you think? Why didn't they use Roy G. Biv? Why are the colors not organized that way?
I couldn't tell you.
Did they think red made the best combat? And orange made the best?
Is that what they did?
Red is combat.
I mean...
Orange is...
Yeah, they might have... Maybe they tapped
Orange is charge.
Maybe they tapped into the emotional response to colors, like, rather than color theory to set it up.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because what about green? What's green? Is that movement? Hi, broken posture.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But maybe that's it. Maybe it's an emotional color theory thing.
An emotional color theory. Do you think that they
But again, like I am not as...
Do you think they did research on that or just off the cuff whatever they thought?
At Games Workshop, probably just off the cuff. No offense.
Yeah, you don't think they
like
researched?
Maybe they were like, I don't know. I need to look at it, right? Like how thoughtful it was. Like what's the pattern I'm looking for? Like can I even spot a pattern? Because I'm just making this up right now too, right? Because I haven't committed their color choices to memory. So I don't know. What does purple signify? Sounds like you don't know either.
Purple is... yeah, I don't know. The only two I know are orange is charging and blue is shooting, I think.
Okay.
Orange is charging and red is combat.
Yeah, I don't know, Zach.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's do some judging. Let's judge Games Workshop for a second.
Okay, let's see.
I like how broken posture painting went straight to talking about pot.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Zach, have you been looking up sexy Rainbow Bright cosplay? That's what he's doing right now. How'd you know?
I couldn't even get through the stream without
it's like,
having
I need
to
to get this
figured
out. Meg, you need to wear this for Halloween.
Goon to some...
Ew. Why, Zach?
It's Rainbow Bright.
Oh, God, no, stop. What's wrong with...
It's adult Rainbow Bright. It's not the little girl one. Oh my God. It's adult women dressed as a little girl. It's not actually a little girl. Jesus. What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to put the camera
move things
Anything.
along.
Yeah.
Soups points out that real Rainbow Bright is like 40 now. Okay.
Yeah, we were born the same year.
Oh, you were. Yeah, that's right. Here we go.
So was Soups.
Here we go. Start of okay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Shoot.
This is a mess.
It's weird, right?
Oh, guess how many phases there are too, by the way? 7.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it could have been Roy
It could have been
Biv.
Roy G. Biv. Why did they do this?
Is there... Is it like... let me think for a minute.
They did it because no one knows the difference because of the debacle that the education system did when they went Biv and decided to make Indigo part of the acronym.
I don't think that's what's going on.
Can you imagine?
You're the only person in the world having a problem with this.
Honestly, can you imagine if Charge phase was blue and then Combat phase was Indigo? That's why they did it. Like
blue, Indigo, and you wouldn't even have to choose Roy G. Biv. You could choose like. I mean, it would make sense to start with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. They also have black and white in here, so you wouldn't even need to do Roy G. Biv.
Well, yeah, I don't know why they have black and white in here. This was a debacle.
We should ask Matt Rose. You're going to see him, aren't you, or something? Or
I don't think he's going to be there.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to see somebody from Games Workshop in July. You can just ask them, what the hell, guys? What were you thinking?
Yes.
Are you confusing our youth?
No, Saray, they would be like, yeah, guys, that's why we didn't do it. Nobody knows what Indigo is, yet it features in Roy G. Biv just because it's a vowel.
No, I've definitely seen Roy G. Biv spelled without it. You just sort of sound out, you know, the Biv, like the BV, you're just going to make that sound anyway, whether there's an I there or not, you know? No? All right, guys, it's your last chance to enter our poll. We want to know what color schemes you like working with. So get your votes in. I don't know what we're going to do with that information. Maybe we'll use it to steal your secret data. Okay, what do you like? Do you have like a color combo type you like working with, Zach?
I do like complementary.
I think a lot of people do. It's like an easy one to... It's like one of the first color relationships we learn, right? What's the opposite of red? What's the opposite of blue? All this stuff. Kindergarten stuff, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it's the easiest one to recognize.
I do like that. I do like analogous as well. Mm-hmm. Nice, yeah. I'm a pretty big fan of like really leaning heavy into one color.
Yeah, your witch girls are like blue, purple, pink. That's a very analogous color scheme that you have going on with that army.
Oh yeah, over there on that side of it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Blue, purple, pink, turquoise.
Yeah. So it's just that whole like section.
And indigo,
of the color
I
wheel.
guess too. Then
well,
but but no one ever says anything about my daughters that came being indigo. It's weird. Oh my god. It's almost like no one knows.
Guys, I'm dying. I'm fucking dying.
It's almost like no one knows what that color is.
We have an hour drive up to the city, and Brett and Leah are gonna be in the back, and I know Brett and you are gonna do this freaking joke the whole way, and I'm just gonna have to sit with it. I think, let's see, my vampires were also analogous because I did purple and red, purples to reds for most of it. Yeah. And then if you can kind of say, my gold is like, I think of it as a neutral, but it also works into this chart a bit where it's like kind of opposite the purple and the pink. What else? What else do we have? This color scheme is insane. This is just everything. Your Frost Lords. I would say your Frost Lords are
Beast Claw Raiders.
I can't think of it. Yeah. Are monochromatic. It's very blue. Like for the most part, it's blue.
Blue? They're white.
White and blue, but they're living in this blue area.
Oh,
like
yeah.
If you look at the overall army, it's very blue.
Well, that's kind of one of the...
And that's what you were going for.
That's kind of one of the issues I was saying with them is that, yeah, it's neutrals. The army is all neutrals. And then a little splash of turquoise, quite frankly.
Well, the way you've done your whites is very cool. Like,
oh, I see.
You started from blue, blue-gray.
I did
and
start
worked
from
your
blue
way
to
up to white.
Yeah.
So it's not too, it's neutral, but your neutral's lean cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
What other armies do we have?
Spiders are green and red and yellow.
Yeah. So that's
fruit stripe gum, basically.
It's another like analogous kind of group, but you really push the really bright like green and orange pop forward.
There's a lot of red too. I mean the Ragnaroks are like.
And then we have cities, which is mostly red and yellow.
Cities are red and yellow and white, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
with your silver is sort of like your cool, creating that triad almost out of the neutral. Yeah.
Slaves to D.
You know what? We should have had, that would have been, I'm like realizing that now, that would have been kind of fun to have up, like, oh, here's our armies and here's the color palette that we went with. We'll do that some other time.
With slaves to D, they're like a very light blue and then orange.
Yeah, blue. That's very complimentary. Yeah. The blue and orange. Thank you, Rudy, for the 5 memberships. Welcome, Dreadnoughty, Carlos Lamis, W. Hunt, Brian Garrett, and Kyle Miller. Good to have you. How are you doing, Rudy? Sorry we haven't been to the mail. Rudy sent us some mail, and I think it got sent back.
Which we
did go to pick it up.
It's a little frustrating, actually. Yeah,
it's not the best service, is it?
So they put a yellow card. Okay. They put a little yellow card in your mailbox, and I took it up, and then they brought a bunch of mail out for me. And then Rudy mentioned about the date when it came out, and I was like, I mean, I went to the post office after that date, so
they should have given it.
Essentially, they walked back and didn't grab all the things, I guess. I think I had the dates right, and so then I was I don't know. So I'll follow up with it, Rudy.
But we appreciate it.
Yeah, I haven't. Rudy is somebody I need to follow up with on that. I need to also follow up. Yeah. I don't need to talk about that.
Business, Zach. Yeah. All right, let's end this poll. Looks like you guys like complimentary, which doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Burgundy, amber, canary, olive, navy blue. Yeah, that's the rainbow. You bozo. Hey, Hobby Collab, on duty today. Neil deGrasse Tyson mentioned in an interview that Sir Isaac Newton struggled with the different colors. Supposedly, he chose 7 based on the music scale and mathematical theory. What do you think about that, Zach?
It is. I know, like, a lot of like little opening piano toys for little kids.
Oh yeah.
Have like the rainbow colors for the different notes of like the major scale, because there's 7 notes in the major scale, and there's Roy G. Biv is 7 colors. But that's Newton struggled with the different colors. I wonder what
struggled in what way. I know. You've tried to explain music theory to me. I did take a music theory class in college that I did terribly at, but you helped me with. And I've always been confused by like choosing. What is it? Choosing a key signature, and it's basically like a set of parameters for writing music that meshes well together, right? So choose these notes, kind of like try you stick to those notes in a nutshell. Like the color theory slide, it's very similar. Like you have this larger concept that you're going to stick to, but yes, you can include other colors. Mm-hmm. You just don't want them taking over your overall theme. It'll screw it up. Or clash with it, or it will
turn things brown, or turn things gray, or something.
Thank you for the hearts. We love those. It'll even if you aren't wet blending all those colors together, it'll mix up your concept where people won't even notice that you're doing complementary or a triad or whatever. They're just like, oh, they're just doing colors. That's kind of what I'm doing, to be honest with you.
We were talking about. We just finished the 2nd season of American Crime Story, the one about Versace. And we were talking about one of the first episodes set in Miami. And do you remember we were like kind of losing our minds at like how they copied, like, how perfectly they got like 90s. They overdid it, right? They were like, to show that this is the early 90s or late 90s really in Miami. Yeah, everything was that.
Did they overdo it though? I felt like it was accurate, especially like I imagine Florida does that even more.
Yeah, well,
right?
Miami, right? Yeah, like every building they went into was like that peach color, that turquoise color, and white all over, and like their outfits were all like that. No, I'm sure it was overdone a little bit, right? Like probably if you went, you'd see it more, but that's always kind of how TV is, right? They kind of oversell it, which is a good thing. Like it reads better that way, I guess, right? But like, and we were just saying, we were watching that episode, we were like, oh my god, the set design is like amazing, and
very
just
good,
like, how cool all the different colors showing up were, and it just gave it that vibe. I've never even been to Miami, but yeah.
I hope when we go, it's still like that. When we go one day.
Yeah, I would. Miami's like a city I've always wanted to go to.
Yeah, you've said that. I'd want to go to a Dolphins game. That'd be kind of fun.
It'd be fun. I mean, those are the colors too. The Dolphins colors are like the colors that are everywhere. It's just more muted, pastel versions of them.
The teal and orange.
Yeah. Those are like the two colors.
I feel like teal and pink is what we.
No, you're right. It's pink. It's like a peach sometimes, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Chat liked complementary, followed with triad. Analogous is towards the bottom. So the colors that sit next to each other on the color wheel. Less interested in those. Yeah, I can see why when you do analogous, it can be hard to make, give like a focal point, right? I think you would do that by having a lot of neutrals, and your analogous, you'd pick one of those to pop, while the rest sort of sit second chair.
Yeah,
so to speak.
That's kind of what I did with the cities. It's a ton of neutrals because it's a lot of armor. And then red is kind of the main one, but there's little elements of yellow and white.
Yeah.
On certain things, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I also wanted it to be Hammerhall Akshi, which is a specific in the lore.
Okay.
And that is kind of their vibe. So
I think your cities came out really pretty.
Thanks, Meg.
They're very bold looking.
Ready to reclaim the mortal realms.
Some normal dudes. Yeah, value is another way to add contrast. Like, I think here, with my color scheme, since it's all over the place, my values are actually very similar on each model. But as I'm highlighting up the scales, that adds that brightness so that the edges are not lost, even though the blue and the orange are very, very similar in value. That's kind of what I wanted. I'm going for jarring. You were worried about it.
About what's that?
My Kroxigors being all different. I remember you were a little concerned.
Really? I don't think I was. Maybe, but I thought it'd be fine. The only question is, what's going to happen if you're like, oh man, I want 6 more Kroxigors?
Do them all different colors.
But there aren't any more colors.
Well, I'll just do these again. Like, yeah, we're out of colors. We ran out.
Do you ever feel like there should be more colors?
There are more colors. We can't see them. Isn't that weird?
Do you ever feel like we should be able to see more colors?
I'm okay. There's no way for me to know. Because
you don't get tired of the ones we have?
Yeah, I'm already... I'm fine with what we have. And I wouldn't know any differently. Holy crap, have you guys been to Crater Lake? Elijah went to Crater Lake this weekend. That is like the bluest blue in nature. I mean, no, there's precious stones and things like that, but like, wow, I've never seen a more beautiful blue lake in my life. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go camping there. I'm gonna make us go camping there this year or next year, because you need to see it, Zach. It's very cool. I don't know what made me think of that. Seeing colors.
Different.
I'm like, Crater Lake, like, I don't know. It's beautiful. Do I need... I guess I wouldn't know if something is worth seeing till I see it. Do I need more colors in my life? I don't know. Sure, why not? Who can see more colors? What animals? Is it like bugs?
So
Hi, Yusuf.
So more colors than us. I don't know. I do know that that's apparently the thing. We always hear about how all kinds of other animals have better senses than us, or even just better vision than us.
Well,
like cats.
different depending on the animal.
Better at motion.
Better at some things.
A lot of animals are better at detecting motion than us, and a lot are better at night vision than us. But I do remember learning. I think I have this right, that primates are kind of top for colors.
Yeah.
Like seeing different colors.
Sure. Yeah, I'm trying to remember though. There is something out there that can see the colors that we can't see. I just can't remember what it is. I don't remember how to search it. But no, I don't feel like I'm missing out or anything.
You don't wish there were more colors?
No, I'm good. I'm not seeing any issues. And we don't have enough room on our shelf for more colors anyway. So it's better.
But people come out with new colors all the time.
Do they? We got colors at home, Zach.
Yeah, we do. No, because like they do these lines where YouTube content creators have ideas for colors that don't exist.
No,
and then they work with paint companies, and the paint company's like, wow, I never thought of that.
Blue.
And then they put the YouTube content guy's face, or girl, they put their face on the bottle. And
when
it's
is Monument going to come for us?
I'm never doing that.
Why? It'd
If
be
we were
so
ever
funny.
that big, I would no.
I would do it for the memes.
I'd do it for a farce.
I would do it, and I would be like, all right,
farce.
chat. Here's the vote for the names of our colors. I would want chat to name our colors. That's why I'd want to do it.
My paint's going to be called...
Don't you guys think that'd be cool?
The name of mine's going to be called Yellow, comma. Yep, yellow. I came up with this. No one knew about this before.
I love that.
This is me. I made this color
too long.
yellow.
There has to be a character.
Enjoy. Have fun with yellow.
But
the paint that I, Zach Pfeiffer, made up, yellow.
You have to say the whole thing.
That's the full name, and it's just, you look at it, it's just a yellow paint.
Yep. Well, I want to do something lewd. We talked about, if we did it, it'd be fun if it was like just our logo colors. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And I want to name pink.
Okay.
So I could give it something lewd. Give it a lewd name. So that's my shtick.
All right, yep. I think this guy's done, if you want to take a look at him.
Cool. Looks great. Yeah.
I saved my favorite one for last. I'm very excited about...
I'm working on the opposite. That's pretty, Zach.
Thanks.
I love how... Yeah, I love that. Is it in focus?
I actually didn't go all the way up to the white on this guy.
Oh, well, make sure you do that.
Oh, I thought you said you liked it.
I do like it, but I still want it to go all the way up to
You can't
white.
go back on that now.
I still like it. What's the matter with you? Why are you messing with me? Why are you giving me a hard time today?
I'm very excited to
pretty.
do the red and green guy. He's my favorite.
That, Zach. It's so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll do the thing you told me to do real quick.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm glad you can follow directions. It's 11:38, and we have a ton of fan stuff.
Oh, we do. I cannot
believe we're almost done.
The time really goes by. Should we do some fan stuff?
Please.
Okay.
I love fan stuff.
Starting off with soups.
It's soups. Yeah, there it is. He did some red guys, as usual.
yeah, good red guys.
I love them. They're so clean and red. He always does a good job.
He does good lenses.
Yeah.
Little green lenses.
Yeah.
There we go, complimentary.
Yeah. But would you call this... I wouldn't call this complimentary.
It's really red, black, and white.
The green is so small that it's not...
But it does matter.
It doesn't really add to the
The
colors.
green is small, but it's in the, they always say faces and bases. And the green is kind of at this like very critical part of like where you look.
It's for adding adding attention to that spot, right? The green is nice because it is the complement to red, and so it pops really well.
Yeah.
In that spot. Yeah.
Good job with
Thank
colors.
you, John Havman.
Good job with colors, Soups.
Good job, Soups. You know colors. Here's some more colors, guys. Look at all these. What kind of color scheme is this, Zach?
Well, so we had this here actually, I think, because Chris likes to paint.
Well, we have it here because it's finished and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is his objective marker.
It is.
Right.
It is. And he had a Kickstarter for
it,
which I think has already
met
its goal.
I think so, yes, yeah.
So it's awesome.
But I love like
these are pretty.
Yeah, the objective markers is what she's pointing out there. Yeah, they are cool.
Which you can't see.
But also the Stormcasts are great too. Did Chris paint the Stormcast?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, and that's definitely a complimentary.
Yeah, I like the
scheme.
blue
the
and
gold
orange.
is
I
like
love blue
basically
and orange.
an orange. Yeah, the blue and the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the neutral's working in the complementary.
Okay, we got Green Knight here.
Monochromatic. Yeah. Very cool. I love this model.
Wait, so, and also, sorry, do you know who this is?
I was just talking to it's something in dandelion.
Oh yeah. I always forget the first part of it.
Yeah, it starts with an A.
Alario. It's not Alario. It's something like that.
Allele, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they're asking for tips on highlighting this guy, and they're keeping it very monochromatic, which makes sense because it's the Green Knight. So of course that's what you would do. Super cool. Where did you get this model, by the way?
I think this was an old GW model.
Oh yeah.
I think they had an actual like very intricately armored Green Knight. I seem to remember something like this.
Okay.
Was it Bretonia, folks? I don't know.
Neat. Okay, very cool. Thanks for sharing, though.
Yeah.
This is Chef's, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we've got. I like the backside because I liked seeing the. It's not really hair. It's like a weird flag sticking out of the neck. Is this Slanesh? I think it's Slanesh.
Yeah, yeah.
Super cool. He's got some other pictures. He had a bunch of stuff, but I liked this one. I liked the shield work, especially. So I wanted to pull this angle in.
Is this Chef? Let's pull up the guide. We have a little guide here, I think, right?
I'm pretty sure this is Chef. But yes, we do. We do have that.
Is it in overlays?
It's in segments.
Segments.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is Chef. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And this looks like triadic, kind of, or split complementary. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, this is Pat C. This is Flannel Crocodile.
Oh yeah,
there's the mandrill in the back.
This is his war cry band.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the
very cool.
Royal Beast Flayers. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of war cry. Mm-hmm. Seems fun. You get to paint a lot of different stuff, like factions. You know what I mean? You get to kind of like. Seems like a good way as I think Pat hobbies more than he plays. And as somebody like that, it seems like a good way to figure out what army you might want to actually like paint a full army of.
That's true.
Because you kind of get...
It's a little sampling.
It's a sampling. So you sample a bunch of different armies, and then you're going to get to one and be like, oh, I want to keep going. So maybe this should be my AoS army. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these look great.
Looks like a fun...
He went to town on these bases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're great.
Somebody just finished basing with Devin Bush. Okay, this is great. This is just is this Zacharias?
This is Cody, I think.
Oh, this is Cody? No, Zacharias.
Oh, it is Zacharias.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad.
Great,
look at that sword.
Great power sword.
Holy crap.
The lightning effects on it are a little subtle than you often see people do, but I kind of like it like that.
But man, it looks good.
Also, look at the little like.
And also, this is just some regular looking dude with a power sword.
Look at the face tones.
Yeah.
Look at the little crisscrossing on the of fabric stuff he's got going on, like scratchiness on the leather like overcoat thing that the guy's got.
It's nice.
It's really well done. It's a lot of little subtle elements that make their way. The gold, the Aquila on his chest is
Queen Imperialis.
Really nicely done.
Kidding.
Yeah, this is great.
It's pretty.
Okay, this thing.
Oh, yes, it's a train. Zach and everybody has been, except me, everybody else at the studio has been obsessed with trains. They went to the train store the other day.
We're not really obsessed with this. Is Jupiter. We're not really obsessed with trains.
Love it.
What is this, Jupiter? Is this it's like a little cat? Is this an old world thing for dwarves? I'm guessing. This is like a dwarf old world thing, huh?
I cannot remember. I think
no, this is Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah, is that little dwarf in? Yeah, look at
we
were talking about
like
them
a Chaos
yesterday.
Dwarf thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Because he's got the little 8-pointed stars on the wheels, and he's got dwarves. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure it's Chaos Dwarves.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is a fun, like, weird little model. I love it.
Weird.
Thank you, Jupiter. Purple and gold with some blue.
This is Jared painting the people like to call these.
Yeah.
People like to call these nundums.
These are so cool. I don't know if I've seen these models. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, these are sisters.
Okay.
Of battle sisters, sisters of battle from Warhammer 40,000. Good white and good good like weathering on the white, like down on the legs and stuff. See?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, it's kind of a cool model.
I like it. I don't think I've ever seen one, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the paint job is really nice.
Yeah, nice work, Jared. Really good. Good stuff. They're cool. I like the blue cloaks, little cloth he's got going too. Good cloth work. Oh, this is fun. This is Godforge.
Oh, Godforge. You maniac. This giant Tyranid head is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
And he finished it finally. He's been working on it for a while and showing us progress updates, not only in work in progress, but also our hobby hang chat.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
It was fun. He was painting this a little bit the other day while we were in there. It's kind of a
It's fun to watch come to life.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
What a cool, like, imagine going to a tournament and, like, doing well and getting this as, like, a trophy.
Dude, you read my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would be a great, like, trophy to give away. Maybe at a Maelstrom Mixer. Hint, hint.
Like, imagine, like, getting this, like, mounted.
I know.
Like, and it's, like, a Tyranid head.
Exactly.
It's like you're a dentist from an Atlanta suburb. Right? And you go you go hunting and you get your Tyranid.
I paid some guides to take me
and
shoot this Tyranid.
Yeah, it was fenced in and
when it was taking care of its little biomass offspring.
Yeah, it was fenced in and it couldn't get to me and I shot it. Yeah. And now it's on my wall.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah, look at me. Okay, next, this is Polychrome. Right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polychrome, General Kruleboy. Polychrome Meta Chaser immediately. Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding, Poly.
He was trying out...
Yeah, I'm just trying out some...
What did he say? The single color mixing... Shoot. Cannot remember how he phrased it. I don't have my phone next to me.
He wants to try out painting 2,500 points of the hottest army in Sigmar right now.
My goodness, Zach. What people like what they like.
I know. I just like messing with Polly.
It's true.
That's what
Polly, yeah, that's true. I don't want to keep you from that. Let's take a look in Discord and see what Polly said about the painting here, because I remember there was a call out. I just can't find it on your phone because I don't know how to find anything on your phone. I got it. Okay. It's also. I
was gonna say it's not. Discord is like the worst search ever, so that's not going to make it any more fun.
Here we go. Using single pigment paints, lots of color mixing is what he said.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Single pigment paints. Yeah.
There you go.
So we were talking about this with Timbit, and a lot during Timbit's Mandrill's class. And the thing that's interesting about this is, you're kind of like, well, what does that mean, single pigment if you don't know what that means. But in particular, Citadel, like a lot of their colors are really cool, and you're like, wow, that's a really interesting color. But they're loaded with different colors inside of them, right? So almost like ingredients, right? Like blue is an ingredient, but like if you think about a common one I like to use is Incubi Darkness. Incubi Darkness, if you look carefully in there, it has purple, blue, green, and like gray in it.
Right.
So it is not single pigment, right?
Right, which is also why you have to be careful when you're mixing it.
That's what Tim was saying.
Mixing mixing colors that have other colors in them, it's going to not do things you always expect.
Right.
Especially colors with white or black in them, they're going to muddy.
Yeah.
You're starting basically with a muddy hue.
Timbit was basically saying exactly what you're saying and in the class. And so I guess that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
And you can get these. Cool. You can get these like more like art.
How was it for you, Polly?
Art-centric places, right? Yeah. Make these more. See, I thought this one was Chef, but I guess this is.
No, this is our Bradley.
This is Brad, our Brad.
This is our very own Brad.
This is Brad.
I wanted to get some of that.
Oh yeah, I kind of recognize the background. This is Brad. He's also working on Cruel Boys. Brad has a lot of projects going on. And it's kind of funny because Brad will like tell you all the projects he has gone. You're like, okay, dude, I guess I'll see none of them ever.
No.
And then he just is like, oh yeah, I've been working on it, and you're like, yeah, but like you're working on 3 other armies too, and then like suddenly there's like a new army. Yeah. His output's crazy. One of his tricks. And
what a trickster.
We will have him on. He has said he wants to come on. We will have him on to do it at one point. One of his tricks is that one of the things Bradley will do is he'll buy lots off of eBay of decently painted stuff, and then he'll just like rebase them.
Yeah.
And layer them up. He'll basically be like, cool, well, someone's an average level army painter here, so I'm gonna buy this, and then I'm gonna just like bump all the levels up.
Yeah.
Paints over top of it, rebases it. Yeah. That's like one of his big tricks is that he's pretty much never assembling and rarely base coating, it seems cool. Like. Some stuff he does do from scratch.
Yeah, I'm excited for him to be on an episode so he can kind of like talk through some of his tips on eBay hunting.
Okay, now what's going on with this one, Meg? Oh, no, not this one. Not this one quite yet. This is...
This is it. This is fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is it? Okay.
Well, let's come back to us for a second.
Let's bring it back then. Let's get real for a sec.
We're gonna get real with these people.
Yeah.
It's birthday month.
It is birthday month.
So it's been a lot of look backs. We've been celebrating our mods on Wednesdays. There's only 4 Wednesdays in birthday month, by the way. Who's gonna get left out? And then we've been doing look backs on our fans in Discord, our Discordians. So if you're not in Discord, you should join it. So we can do this look back next year for you. We want to look back at stuff some of you have posted. Some of you have been here with us since the beginning or very close to it. It's been amazing. And we have appreciated all of your contributions to the community and for being sources of inspiration for each other. So this week, I think we're going to probably do this longer than birthday month because we kind of like doing this. It's nice. But this week we're featuring Cody Cold Painting. Yeah. So let's take a look at some of the stuff he has shared on our server for the past year. What is this model? I don't know.
This is like
it's
super
on fire and I love it.
This is a super old time. I didn't know he painted this actually. This is a super old timey dreadnought. This is people call these box dreads. Like they don't make this dread anymore.
Yeah, I forget that Cody paints like Warhammer stuff.
Everything.
Because Cody paints everything.
He paints a lot, and he plays a lot of games
weird
too.
Stuff. Yeah. So I always appreciate it because his output is like quick and good.
Yeah, it's quick and good. He does a lot, and I'm kind of amazed at how many different games he plays.
Yeah, this guy is super cute.
Okay, so there's that. Next we've got...
this is early. Yeah, we got this early. And that's when I knew I loved Cody. I was like, oh, this guy's not allowed to leave
Oh, because of how much Kingdom Death he
Look at how gross it is. Yeah, he was like just busting out the gnarliest Kingdom Death models like right away. And I was like, oh God, what is this game? It inspired us to do a skin stream. I was so inspired by like all of his Kingdom Death. I was like, we have to paint this stuff.
Yeah.
We are not getting out of this, guys. This lion vagina penis monster. It's just amazing. I just love it so much. This is actually the very first thing Cody painted, or I should say submitted to our Discord.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This thing is funny.
Look at how cool it is. This is a kit bash, right? This is
no.
This is the actual kit.
Yeah, this is it.
It's so crazy looking. A chaos.
Yeah.
I know it's not orcs, right?
It's corn.
Okay, because I'm like, it looks orky in the way that it's
ridiculous.
Like, yeah, there's crazy stuff all over, but it's also chaos, like, because there's just trim everywhere.
There's trim,
the decor,
the skulls. See the
and then
that's
corn,
you're not
red.
Yeah. I know, Meg. Yeah.
I try to piece it together in my head.
The symbol on top is
that. Yeah,
that's the corn symbol.
That corn symbol. This has nothing to do with Cody's painting, but like, doesn't it look very WWE to you?
Yeah.
It's like so extra.
I mean, it is. That's kind of corn.
And this freaking kit. Anyways, Cody.
This was his I remember this one coming up, Meg. Yeah, and I think we used a different picture, a different angle, because the tanks on the back are really cool.
Yeah. You guys can easily find this stuff in our server. If you just go to the finished channel and search back from a person.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we dug all this stuff up.
This is his Belthanos.
His Belthanos. I remember him sharing this and working on it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, his Belthanos looks amazing.
Yeah. When did he do this?
I mean, pretty recently, because Belthanos is a very new model.
Turn of the year, I want to say.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did love this model when he was working on it. I remember him working on it in Hobby Hang, and when he submitted it, we shared it. It's so pretty.
The whole model is great, of course, but in particular, look at Belthanos himself.
Yeah.
The work on the wood. The way it's green without being green. Mm-hmm. You guys see that? That's what I like, right? It's green without really being green. The wooden parts. And then he's got the little runes in there that he did a good job on. That's not easy to do, honestly. It's easy to mess those up.
And I love the effect he's got on the wing swirls. So like obviously it looks like it started purple, right?
I mean,
from the shadow side and then went over the top with red.
Yeah.
So it does this really nice duotone effect.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see down at the bottom towards the legs of the beetle.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great model. Cody did a great job on it. Okay, this is, I don't know who she is.
This is a Kingdom Death chick.
She's not the Kingdom Death chick.
Like, again, he just churned these out. And I like the way he leaves the black as like the deepest recesses. It creates a really nice, easy border.
This is kind of like a 90s style. This is like a 90s style that actually, not really, I should ask him about this. Like, is that what he was?
I really like it.
Yeah, because he doesn't normally, like, if you look at the belt, like, you wouldn't think that the person that painted this Belthanos also painted this. Very different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just like painted these fun little Pokemon. There's like a little bout of time where he's posted, I think, the 3 originals, right? Was it Charmander and Bulbasaur and I don't know, what's the third one?
Pikachu?
No, some other
Squirtle.
one. Yeah, Squirtle. There we go. Something like that. I don't know Pokemon. What's a Pokemon? But it's so cute and I love it. And I'm like, please send me a Ponyta.
Yeah. Also, just heads up, if you ever want to, like, this is just a great picture for a quick reference on Good Flames.
Yeah.
Like the yellow into the orange and the red, up into the black.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, this thing, again, that freaks people out.
Okay, this is like the most recent one. Oh, God, I love it. It's horrible. It's a horrible, disgusting model that I love to be horrified by. Yeah. He just played with this the other day and was telling us how it went. Played against this monster, yeah.
Yeah.
And sounded like it went pretty well. But anyways, Cody, thank you for being here. Thank you for always being in our hobby hangs and chat. You keep the vibes up. He
gives great advice.
A lot of good advice and tips, and I just think the community would be worse off without you.
Good vibes, as Meg said. Wait, real quick. Oh, I actually just want to look at something really that I just kind of noticed on this guy.
Just noticed.
Yeah, did you see? Look at the water.
On the bottom?
On the bottom.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Great.
It's really creepy.
He's even, like, you can see the ripples.
Yeah.
The way he's painted them. Yeah.
This is disturbing.
Ugh, Cody, so good.
Yeah, great.
Oh my God, and these dudes on the back have vagina. This crazy model.
Yeah.
Guys, avert your eyes.
Meg, we did it.
For the hearts.
I got 2 done, I'm going to say. I did not get to the one I was most excited about, and that's fine because I have my own stuff to paint. So you can do watermelon guy. Yeah, we're going to go to the view here.
All right, let's see where we're at. I mean, I didn't finish a single one, which is fine. I don't mind that.
I left 2 that I think are mostly finished, but I will understand if you want to
sure
bump them up a bit.
They look nice, babe. Sorry, Zach. I know you don't like when we do that.
Not professional. Let's keep it professional.
It's fine. All right.
I didn't touch this guy at all, and he's
okay.
probably my favorite, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got most of this done. I need to go down the spines a bit more, and then there's the knees.
I mean, these are gonna look so good
They're
when
gonna
they're on their
look
bases.
So cool. Yes.
Honestly, like I don't think I ever was complaining about the rainbow component of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yusuf backed me. He says he remembers.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess to bully me out of it.
I guess I did, but I as long as the painting style is consistent, that's really what matters.
I love the blue and orange. The blue and orange took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. They're fun. Yeah. They look great. Yeah. Zach, we're such a good team. Okay, here's purple and green.
Or purple and yellow, I guess.
Yeah, it's purple and yellow, but
yeah, these guys both look cool.
Goes greenish. Yeah. I'm excited. And then these 2, and we are at different. These are the 2 least done.
Yeah.
But I can kind of see where I'm going with the highlights there, and then, we didn't get anywhere with this one.
If these were test models, for a whole,
oh yeah, what would you want
for a whole Seraphon army? Okay,
that's true.
I would no. Sorry, you can put those 2 down. I'd be picking. I'd be picking between, for me, the red and green, the 2 that are red and green.
Family photo.
But I'm glad they're not. But I would definitely be picking between the red and green ones for like a whole Saurus army. Yeah.
I'm loving the orange. I think I would do, honestly, like maybe orange and blue looks freaking cool.
That is cool.
It looks like a football mascot type of, like the color choice is like so garish. It feels like NFL or like college football Gators. Like, it looks like Florida Gators, right?
I don't know. I love it is Florida Gators. Yeah.
It's very Florida Gators.
I love the red and green ones though.
They're cool. Great. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this one paints up when we get some highlights in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's us for today.
That's us. We're gonna go have pizza now.
We're gonna go do things and have lives. And now tomorrow, so we've been doing these weekly shows for Age of Sigmar. I think there's a very good chance we will not have any show tomorrow at 9 in the morning. I know personally I'd like a day off. When you do these everyday streams and then you also stream on Saturday and then also stream on Sunday, it turns out that means you stream every day. And then you do those like multiple weeks in a row. It turns out you stream like 14 straight days. So I don't want to stream tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
But we'll have an announcement up on our YouTube page about a few things coming up. Thing number 1, so everybody knows, is some schedule for the next couple weeks for Sigmar content. And then thing number 2 is our kickoff week for streaming 4th edition Age of Sigmar, which will be happening very soon. So we're really excited about that.
We are excited.
Yeah.
We didn't get our big box. That's okay.
Yeah, we are not big enough. We started a little too late in the game to be on radar for Games Workshop. So.
And we'll give it all the love and attention it deserves. We won't just be playing Stormcast and Skaven.
Yeah. We're not just going to do a bunch of Stormcast and Skaven Spearheads. Unless you guys are more...
That's all you want.
Yeah, I know about 5 or 6 or 7 of them came out yesterday. Okay, thank you, everybody. We will see you soon. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. And always be creating. Bye, folks.
Bye.